What is up, YouTube? Ken here, and I'm going to be discussing my thoughts on the new Dragon Ball Z Battle of Z game that's going to be coming out. I have a special guest here, FutureGohanSSJ2.
Hey guys, how's it going?
So let's talk about the graphics of the game compared to last year's graphics of Ultimate Tenkaichi.
The graphics in Ultimate Tenkaichi, I feel they looked very much like the manga, and I think that's what they were intended to do. But what Battle of Z is doing to the graphics is they're doing something I really like. They are taking the the drawings of the manga and they're taking the drawings that are in the anime and they're kind of combining them, and that's what I believe that's where they're kind of getting the inspiration for the animation in this video game, and I think it's going along really good.
Yeah, I really love the terrain, like the surroundings and stuff. Like, and I also love the fact that they built this from scratch instead of just copying, like just pasting it from last game. It really like gives me like impression that they're really trying on this game.
Exactly.
Also, about Battle of Gods being put into this game, do you think that they're gonna have like a story arc, or do you think that he's just going to be like a last minute unlockable? Because in let me see, let me find a good example. Okay, for example, in like in Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 3, it's like a whole different game, but it's a good example. We heard that Eternal Mangekyo Sasuke was going to be in the game, but he was really just only in the game for like, there was really no main story with him. He was really just he was just like the last character you unlock, and that's it. And you just play as him during the verses. You think that Super Saiyan God mode is just going to be like a character that is just unlocked at the end, or do you think that he's going to have like a point in the story?
Um, he might have a story mode because this game, it's only being ported over here, and it's a primarily Japanese game. And since the movie's already come out in Japan over there, I don't see why they wouldn't have the story. But there always is that possibility that they just don't want to include the story for Battle of Gods for multiple reasons. But I think that they actually will include at least some fights from it in the story mode.
Yeah, also, they haven't really showed us like Bills and all the other characters that were in the Battle of Gods movie. But it looks like Battle of Gods is like a really big inspiration of this game, because the name of the game is Battle of Z. So.
Oh yeah, and
And
I can't wait to see some of the because you know how the movie has yet to be dubbed, but
yes.
Chris Sabat said at that panel that this is their chance to cast cast English dub voice actors in the role of Bills or in the role of Whis if he's in this game, so that when the movie comes out, they'll already have the perfect actors chosen to perfectly portray these characters. And so this game will actually kind of be like a sneak peek into the future English dub of Battle of Gods, and I can't wait to see what the voices sound like.
Yeah, me too. I really hope that Battle of Gods does get a dub. And was there any confirmation on that Battle of Gods being dubbed?
A recent I got an email because I signed a petition for it a while back, and I got an email from the person who made the petition, and they said that they just recently had gotten into contact with Funimation again, and they said that the whole thing about people wanting a dub from Battle of Gods, all that has kind of died down, so they're not sure on instantly buying the rights for it yet. So I guess they want more people to go super crazy over it, I think. I
I
don't know.
heard that it's getting a dub in like some countries in South America, and
Oh,
some videos that I saw about it.
yeah, like I know it's getting a Mexican dub, um, and a couple other dubs, I think, but I'm not sure about
Yeah.
English.
I mean, I really hope that we get a dub. I mean, if we don't, then at least we get Battle of Z, you know.
Uh,
And I really hope that they implement a Battle of Gods, kind of like a story
Story
arc.
mode, yeah.
Yeah, in the game.
And if the movie ends up never getting dubbed. I don't mind. I don't mind the Japanese with English subtitles.
Yeah, and also like it looks like they're really trying to make this combat system like really good because people really loved the whole idea of Raging Blast 2's combat system and Ultimate Budokai Tenkaichi. No one liked Ultimate Tenkaichi's fighting style. Budokai Tenkaichi's fighting style. So it looks like they're really bringing some aspects from that fighting style over to Battle of Z.
Mm-hmm.
And they're you can continue.
Oh, I was just gonna say because like they're gonna be taking those aspects, and the cool thing about this game is what they're doing is they're gonna maximize that because you're fighting 4 to 8 people at the same time, so you're gonna be able to do things in this game with the same type of fighting style, but you're gonna be able to do things in this game that you weren't able to do in previous games because you're fighting multiple opponents at the same time. So it's a very good opportunity to kind of just showcase these.
Also, the fact that they're, like you said, like fighting multiple people at the same time, that can also make the story mode a little bit more, like, the story mode can be a lot more like the anime in the manga story mode, because a lot of fights were not just one-on-one, it was like multiple people, and they kind of did that in a sense with the whole, like, with, you know how if you die, your character gets switched out?
Yeah.
Yeah, in the story mode of Budokai Tenkaichi, whenever you like died, whenever there was a fight that was meant to have more than one person versus someone, they use that kind of thing. But in this, it can just be like the way the show had it, where kind of like Piccolo and Goku versus Raditz. That fight would work really well in a game.
That'd be so much fun. Because I remember playing that in Ultimate Tenkaichi and even in Tenkaichi 3, you had to keep switching out from Goku to Piccolo to fight Raditz. Now, and this is going to be cool because both Goku and Piccolo are going to be in the field at the same time fighting Raditz. I think that's going to be fun.
Also, it is going to be really fun. I can't wait to see like how, big fights, like also versus all those Cybermen in the Saiyan saga with Yamcha and Tien. That fight would work really well with this kind of fighting mechanic.
Yeah.
The whole tag team stuff. And also, they can really make online. I heard that it's going to be up to 4 or 8, either 4 or 8 player online.
It's going to be 8 players online, which that's going to be an absolute... it's going to be ridiculous online. 8 people at once, my goodness.
But just think about it, like really hardcore players and 8 of them in the same battlefield. It would be a pretty epic fight.
Yeah.
So, about characters now. So, I mean, this game is most likely going to go from the Saiyan saga up to the Buu saga with maybe, Battle of Gods in there, or maybe like, I think Broly. I think I saw a screenshot with Broly in it.
Uh-huh.
So I mean, if Broly's in there, that means that the movie might as well be. Also,
I hope so.
Yeah, I really think that they'll put that in there. So I mean, if Broly was in a screenshot, then I guess that they'll probably actually have movies in the story mode of this game.
Yeah, probably like Janemba and maybe not all of them, but they'll have it. If Broly's confirmed, then we'll have at least a few, I guess.
Also, more of a reason for this game not to have GT is the fact that it has Battle of Gods in it, because wasn't there rumors that that there's going to be even more movies after Battle of God, and that there's people even stronger than Bills out there? I think I've heard rumors that there's actually going to be a series of movies, and there's more than one god, and Goku might actually have to go against each god. And I think I heard that there's going to be, like, I think that Super Saiyan God mode is, like, the first step, and then there's more, that there's more forms to it.
Well, I don't know about that. I know about the other gods, but I really haven't heard anything about evolution of the Super Saiyan God form. But it's going to be ridiculous because Goku, when he fought Bills in his Super Saiyan God form, Bills didn't even go all out, and
Exactly.
Goku still lost.
which is kind of more of a reason why I think that there would be more forms. But I mean,
Yeah.
maybe he just couldn't control it fully. I haven't seen the movie yet, so I'm not
Yeah.
too sure. But or and then also there's still possibilities. I heard that Goku achieved God mode is because there was 5 Saiyans at the same time or something like that. You need up to like a certain amount of Saiyans, and that's how he achieved God mode or something like that.
Yeah, essentially, it's like 5 or 6 pure-hearted Saiyans giving their energy into one Saiyan, and then it gives you the Super Saiyan God form.
Which is, that leaves potential for Vegeta to unlock it.
Yeah,
So, I mean, that's kind of more of a reason not to add GT, because that's kind of, and it's considered canon, right? Didn't they say the movie was considered canon?
yeah. The movie's considered canon, and GT is still non-canon.
Yeah, so it completely like it doesn't go together. GT and having Battle of Gods. So
Though I think it would be cool if just Super Saiyan 4 Goku was like an unlockable character. Like
I would love to see. Yeah, I would love to see like the power differences between God mode and
Super Saiyan 4. Yeah, I think it'd be fun.
I mean, or even like a Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. I think that would be more of a matchup for God mode.
Yeah.
So yeah. So if I want, like, I hope that so they are gonna put in. I heard in the interview the whole customizing characters, like in a sense, like once you can level up this like the key power of one, and you can also level up just the combat of one, and you can give them techniques and stuff. So I mean, that just basically, I don't know if it like kind of is like it's a good feature for online, definitely, because like games, like the thing about a game like I'm gonna use Naruto Ultimate Ninja for example. When you fight online, they pretty much like level out all the characters. There's really no customization to the power of the character, so the online kind of just gets repetitive. But but if you're doing a game like Battle of Z online and there's customization to the characters, you can kind of like, you can always be losing, and you can kind of purposely want to keep on going at it to unlock more stuff for your character so that he can get stronger and you can do better online, and that kind of adds to the replayability aspect to it.
Yeah, exactly, because you'd want to have your character be like the best out there.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean that's pretty much replayability of it. So what do you think of this game just as a whole?
So far, I think it's great. I think that the gameplay is definitely the most close to the anime that we've gotten so far. It's definitely the most realistic. Well, not realistic because there's still people flying and shooting keyballs out of their hands, but realistic in terms of the Dragon Ball Z universe. I'm just liking the heck out of it so far. I just can't wait to get more information on stuff like the Battle of Gods movie, and have maybe it might be implemented into the story or not, and I just want more updates.
We don't have a release date yet, right?
I don't believe we do.
So it would be really cool
What?
if you know how in Ultimate Tenkaichi they actually put the movie of that in there. It would be really cool if they put Battle of Z in Battle of Gods and Battle of Z, because then that would pretty much maybe, I don't know, confirm like a dub, but in a way it probably wouldn't.
Yeah.
Because do you need a license for a game? Yes, right? I think so. Does the people who dub this game have to pay the license to dub it, or is it just?
See, I think it's different, because when we got Raging Blast 2, we dubbed Raging Blast 2 the gameplay, but we also got that movie, but
Yeah.
it wasn't dubbed. So I think it comes in two different things.
True.
But I'm not. That would definitely be interesting, but I don't know if they'll do that.
Yeah, that really would be interesting. So, what do you think about the boss battles with the giant forms?
I think it's cool. Um, I definitely, I actually did like a lot of the boss battles in Ultimate Tenkaichi. But here they actually look cool because you're not restricted to
Yeah.
only able to move side to side. In this one, you're actually able to move everywhere around these giant characters, and it's much more realistic to the anime.
Yeah, you just also reminded me. It would be really cool. I mean, a big thing that people wanted back, including a story for Ultimate Tenkaichi, was flying. That whole free flying mode in the story. It'd be really cool if they put that in there.
Yeah.
Like it actually it would be really it would actually and also the fact, like, you know how I forget which game it was. I don't know if it was part of the Budokai series or if it was part of the Budokai Tenkaichi series. But I know one game had a story mode where that there was a whole bunch of replayability to it. You can like land and get like bonus fights, and you can like talk to people, and when you land on like a city, you actually walk in the city, like, but you're really restricted, but you can still kind of get that feel of,
Huh.
I forget which one it was though. I know it wasn't. I think it was Budokai 3. No. Because I have the HD collection.
And it's not in there.
I don't think it is. I
May-
think it was. I think. Oh no! I think it was Budokai Tenkaichi 2. I think that's what it
Yeah,
was.
that's actually what I was thinking of, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
I remember that.
And also, yeah, and then like I love that. Also, what's something that I would really like in this, a good BMG.
BMG.
Um, like the like, just like the fighting music,
Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely.
like the soundtrack to the game and stuff.
Yeah. So, a lot of people didn't like Tenkaichi 3's. I did, but a lot of people didn't. But a lot of people did prefer Tenkaichi 2's soundtrack. So maybe something like that, I think.
I just want something that gives me like as close as to the anime feel.
Yeah. I would definitely like something that had the original music. I think that'd be cool.
Like, yeah, like that'd actually be that'd be cool. Like, just, and I like, cause a thing to me is that sometimes the music in the game gets a little like for every single like for a cutscene, the music is like the same for each cutscene sometimes, and it just gets. I would really like something that feels like the anime as best as possible.
Yeah, as best as it can.
Yeah, and like there's different. There's actually the English version of Dragon Ball Z and the Japanese version actually have two different music, like soundtracks to them. So since the game is being made in Japan and the dubbed version really isn't going to change the soundtrack,
Yeah.
it would probably most likely, if they were going to try to make like the anime feel to it, it would probably most likely be similar to the Japanese
soundtrack.
anime. Yeah,
And it's not a bad soundtrack.
it's not.
And,
I
and
like it.
if they are implementing Battle of Gods kinds of things, I think it'd be cool if they kind of implemented maybe some of the Battle of Gods movie soundtrack. And I love some of those tracks.
Yeah, that would be, yeah, exactly. Just to give you the feel of that's the part in the game that you're in,
Yeah, exactly. Just kind of cements you. This is
like,
the
yeah, like I mean, they could come up with like new music, but I want to have a specific soundtrack dedicated to the Buu saga and one dedicated to the Frieza and Cell. So whenever I'm in that part of the story, I can get that feel, that this is the Cell saga because of the music I'm hearing. Because that's like, that's pretty much like when I say like music that is similar to the anime, I kind of mean like the feel of what you felt during the specific moment that was happening and the type of music they played during that moment. Like the first moment Goku went Super Saiyan, and the moment Goku went Super Saiyan 3, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So about the characters, they said that they're not really planning on putting in like all these like characters like you said, like the Budokai Tenkaichi kind of roster to it.
Yeah.
So I mean that, and they were talking about, you know, plans, like the reason why they weren't doing this is for a future installment to like to be able to add stuff for a game, like let's say like a Battle of Z2, stuff like that.
Yeah, just like they probably won't have as many characters in this one, but in Battle of Z2 they probably will have more characters, I assume.
Yeah, and I mean this fighting, you know, this gameplay looks amazing. So I mean, just think of if how they could just improve on it, and if they just kept this and improved on it every year, and eventually just made it something like just perfect, you know.
Yeah, just the perfect Dragon Ball game.
Okay, let's I guess we could just talk about our concluding thoughts about Battle of Z. So, I mean, what do you think?
Um, I think that this game is looking absolutely fantastic. I think that the gameplay is definitely the most close to the anime that we've gotten thus far. I think that even though there may not be as many characters as people are hoping, I think that it's going to be just the right amount of characters and not underwhelming like Ultimate Tenkaichi. I think that the graphics are. I think that they look great because it's a nice cross between the manga and the anime, all in one. And I'm really liking this. I'm really liking it so far, and I just can't wait to hear more news of it.
Yeah, same here. I'm really liking this game as well. I hope that it lives up to my expectations, pretty much. So I guess we'll just end the video there. Thanks for watching. That was our thoughts on Dragon Ball Z Battle of Z, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Catch you later.
Bye.
Bye.